We have all been in situations where talking makes things worse. Imagine managing these moments calmly and clearly. Unfortunately, in our busy world full of noise and constant conversations, the art of silence is often lost. But could choosing not to speak be the key to greater peace and understanding? As the Buddha said, "Silence an angry man with love, a bad-tempered man with kindness, a stingy man with generosity, and a lying man with truth." Today we will explore the deep Buddhist wisdom that sometimes silence is the best answer. We will explore the difficult situation in which silence can bring inner peace and clarity. Embracing silence can transform your life in ways you can't imagine. When dealing with anger, as the Buddha said, holding anger is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. This means that anger hurts us more than it hurts others. When we are angry, our judgment is clouded, and we often say things we later regret. In angry moments, it is best to remain silent. Silence provides the necessary space to calm down and assess the situation. This pause helps us to avoid harmful outbursts and maintain peace of mind. By choosing to remain silent, we avoid escalating conflicts and give ourselves time to react in a more thoughtful and compassionate way. When subjected to unfair criticism, the Buddha's sage advice is to cultivate silence. Speech shows that sometimes the best response is not to respond at all. When you're unfairly criticized, your first reaction may be to defend yourself or retaliate. However, speaking without thinking often makes the situation worse. By remaining silent, you preserve your dignity and composure. This silence allows you to assess whether it is a reality to process criticism calmly. It also allows you to determine the best course of action without acting on emotions. Responding thoughtfully and respectfully afterwards is often more effective and preserves your peace of mind. In a situation where your words might make someone look bad, the Buddha once said, "Better a word that brings empty peace." This teaches the importance of purposeful and compassionate speech. Sometimes it is better to remain silent when we would hurt someone's reputation by sharing certain information or opinions. Silence prevents negativity from spreading and protects others from harm. Choosing not to speak ill of others is a fundamental principle of Buddhism and encourages us to use our words to create harmony and understanding. This mindful approach not only avoids conflict, but also creates a more compassionate and supportive environment. When emotions are intense, the Buddha said, "Peace comes from within, don't look for it outside." This is a reminder that true peace is found by managing our inner emotional world. When emotions run high, whether due to stress, excitement, or sadness, our ability to think clearly and communicate effectively can suffer. Remaining silent in such moments allows us to avoid saying things we later regret. It gives you a chance to stop, breathe, and regain your composure. Silence allows us to process our emotions and understand them better. We can then respond thoughtfully and more clearly. It ensures that our words and actions are in harmony with our true intentions and promote peace and understanding. When you receive constructive criticism, the Buddha once said, "The sage who realizes that the world is an illusion does not act as if it were real. Thus, he escapes suffering." This encourages us to move away from immediate emotional reactions and consider situations from a broader perspective. When you receive constructive criticism, your first instinct may be to defend yourself or become defensive. However, remaining silent in these moments can be incredibly powerful and helpful. Silence allows you to fully listen and absorb feedback without the interference of defensive thoughts or words. When received in the right spirit, feedback provides valuable insights into areas where you can grow and improve. By remaining silent, you demonstrate that you are open to understanding others' perspectives and willing to consider their advice without instantly rejecting or disputing it. Silence gives you the opportunity to reflect on the feedback. Rather than reacting immediately, you can take time to reflect on the points raised and how they can be applied to your actions or behavior. This reflective process helps you to recognize the validity of the criticism and plan constructive steps for improvement. It also enables you to respond thoughtfully and appreciatively rather than defensively, which encourages a more positive and productive dialogue. When faced with injustice, the Buddha said, "Hate ends only in love," which is the eternal rule. This profound wisdom emphasizes the importance of responding to injustice with a calm and compassionate heart. When faced with injustice, our natural reaction may be to speak out immediately and forcefully. But there is great power in initially choosing to remain silent. Silence in the face of injustice allows for a more measured and strategic response. Rather than an immediate reaction driven by anger or frustration, by remaining silent at the beginning, you give yourself space to fully understand the situation. This period of quiet reflection helps you to gather all the necessary information and perspectives, which is crucial for building a fair and effective response. It prevents you from acting on incomplete information. This could potentially worsen the situation or lead to unfair outcomes. Silence also gives you the opportunity to observe the dynamics of the situation and understand the motivations and intentions of others. Silence allows you to channel your emotions in a constructive way. Confronting injustice can be emotionally charged, often triggering feelings of anger, helplessness, or sadness. By choosing silence, you allow time to process these emotions and transform them into a source of strength and resolve. This emotional regulation is necessary to maintain clarity and focus, so you can respond in a way that is both powerful and compassionate. Silence also encourages a deeper level of strategic thinking. It is important to think about the most effective course of action when faced with injustice. Instant reactions can sometimes lead to more conflict or alienate potential allies. By taking time for quiet reflection, you can develop a thoughtful strategy that addresses the root causes of injustice and promotes long-term positive change. This may mean gathering support from others, finding legal or organizational avenues, or crafting a message that appeals to a wider audience. Silence can be a powerful form of protest. Throughout history, silent protests have been used effectively to draw attention to injustices and rally support. The power of silence without resorting to violence or verbal confrontation shows that you are not seeking to escalate tensions, but are committed to seeking justice through peaceful and deliberate means. Silence can build bridges and open doors for dialogue. When we respond to injustice with silence, we create a space for others to reflect on their actions and recognize their own mistakes. This can lead to more productive conversations and an increased likelihood of achieving mutual understanding and compromise. In this context, silence is not a sign of passivity or acceptance, but a strategic pause on the path to meaningful engagement and resolution. Choosing silence is a powerful and strategic approach that is in line with Buddhism's teachings of compassion and nonviolence. It allows you to gather information, process emotions, and formulate a thoughtful response. By embracing silence, you transform it into a tool for promoting justice, peace, and understanding. This approach not only helps to address momentary injustice, but also contributes to a culture of empathy and respect and creates a more just and compassionate world. Ultimately, through conscious silence, we find strength and clarity to fight for justice in an effective and sustainable way. This means developing patience and awareness, recognizing the time to pause and reflect rather than react. When he was practicing gratitude, he said, "Let's get up and be grateful. Because if we have not learned much today, at least we have learned a little." This saying emphasizes the importance of appreciating even the smallest blessings in our lives. The practice of gratitude usually does not require words. In fact, silence can be a powerful way to connect with the present moment and fully experience a sense of appreciation. When we silently reflect on what we are grateful for, it helps us to feel these positive emotions deeply and to focus on the good things in our lives without internalizing them distractingly. This silent reflection allows us to acknowledge the people, experiences, and things that bring us joy and contentment. By turning inward and reflecting on these blessings, we develop a sense of gratitude that words alone cannot express. Silent gratitude helps us to develop a mindful awareness of our surroundings and our inner state. It encourages us to notice and appreciate the small, often overlooked things in our daily lives. This increased awareness enables us to establish a deeper connection with the present moment, affecting our well-being and happiness. It also affects how we interact. By silently appreciating the kindness, support, and love we receive from those around us, we develop a sense of humility and respect. This silent acknowledgement can strengthen our relationships because it encourages an attitude of appreciation and empathy. When we are truly grateful, this is naturally reflected in our actions and interactions, creating a more positive and harmonious environment. Silent gratitude can be a source of strength in difficult times. By focusing on what we are grateful for, we move away from difficulties and towards the positive aspects of our lives. This shift in perspective can provide comfort and resilience. It can help us to open challenging situations with a more balanced and optimistic perspective. The silent practice of gratitude can enhance our spiritual growth. In Buddhism, gratitude is seen as a virtue that nurtures a compassionate heart. By silently appreciating the interconnectedness of all things, we develop a deeper sense of empathy and compassion for others. This spiritual practice not only enriches our own lives, but also contributes to a more compassionate and caring world. We can integrate silent gratitude into our daily routines in simple but meaningful ways. For example, starting or ending the day with a few minutes of silent reflection on what you're grateful for can set a positive tone for your day or provide a peaceful close. This practice can be done during meditation, on a quiet walk in nature, or while enjoying a cup of tea. These quiet moments of gratitude allow us to reconnect with the positive aspects in our lives and develop a constant state of gratitude. Keeping a gratitude journal can be a powerful way to strengthen this practice. Writing down the things you're grateful for and then silently reflecting on them for a few minutes reinforces the habit of gratitude and deepens your appreciation. This can be especially helpful during difficult times because it provides a tangible reminder of the beautiful things in your life. The practice of silent gratitude is a powerful and transformative habit that aligns with Buddhist teachings. It nurtures our sense of blessings, enhances our ability to appreciate the simple joys of life by embracing silence, and helps us develop a more positive and mindful existence. This practice not only enriches our personal lives, but also contributes to a more compassionate and harmonious world. By making silent gratitude a regular practice, we invite more positivity into our lives and develop a deeper appreciation for the present moment, ultimately leading to greater overall happiness and contentment. In this way, embracing silence not only aligns with Buddhist teachings, but also enriches our lives with peace and wisdom. Remember, silence is not emptiness. It is a space for growth, understanding, and peace. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content on Buddhist wisdom. May your journey be filled with peace and understanding. Until next time, stay silent and stay serene.